Hiring an accountant can be a huge investment, but what if you could cut costs by 50 to 70% without sacrificing quality? Should you hire locally or look internationally? What about taxes, benefits, and hidden expenses? In this video, we'll break down the salary difference between US-based and international accountants. We'll also talk about the overlooked cost of local hires versus remote VAs. We'll even cover how hiring internationally can actually improve retention and efficiency. By the end, you'll know exactly how to structure your accounting hires to maximize savings while maintaining top-tier financial expertise. Welcome back to ClearSource Small Teams, where we help business owners build high-performing remote teams without the hiring headaches. I'm Stephanie, and today we're cutting through the noise on hiring accountants and bookkeepers the smart way so you can save big without sacrificing quality. Outsourcing your accounting isn't just about saving money. It's about accessing top-tier financial professionals without the overhead of a full-time US employee. You get skilled talent at a lower cost, so you pay for expertise, not geography. There's no payroll taxes. Most international hires work as independent contractors. Plus, there's reduced turnover. Many overseas hires stay longer with competitive pay. Most businesses save 50 to 70% on accounting costs by hiring internationally, but skipping key incentives can lead to high turnover and inefficiency. So let's talk about salary compensation, US versus international. Rates vary based on experience and location, but here's what you can expect. For a US-based accountant, $50,000 to $90,000 per year. For the Philippines or India, expect to pay $10,000 to $20,000 per year. For South Africa and Latin America, $15,000 to $30,000 per year. You save up to 70% by hiring globally without sacrificing skills or qualifications. Beyond base salary, there are additional costs to hiring locally that most business owners don't consider. For example, payroll taxes and benefits. That adds 30 to 40% to salary. Equipment costs. Local hires may need company-provided tech. Training and onboarding. Remote VAs often require less structured training. Turnover costs. Replacing a US accountant can cost 20 to 30% of their annual salary. Hiring internationally eliminates most of these costs, making it a smarter long-term investment. If you need your accountant working US hours, expect to pay 10 to 20% more for their time. For Asia-based hires working US hours, that's an additional $2 to $5 per hour. For weekend or emergency support, expect to pay an additional $50 to $100 per month. If your accounting tasks aren't time-sensitive, you can save more by hiring for off-hours processing. Let ClearSource Small Teams help you find top-tier accounting talent at a fraction of the cost. Download our free global hiring guide. The link is in the description. Need expert guidance? Book a free consultation today. The best remote talent stays when they feel valued. Small incentives can boost retention and performance. Performance-based bonuses are tied to accuracy and efficiency. Paid holidays is about recognizing their local culture. Training stipends can be used for QuickBooks, Xero, or CPA certification support. 13th month pay is a standard in the Philippines that improves loyalty. Retention costs less than replacing talent, making small perks a long-term savings strategy. Deciding between hourly versus salary depends on your needs. For hourly pay, this is best for flexible or project-based work. It gives them more control over hours worked. A fixed salary attracts dedicated, long-term talent and creates stability and consistency. Here's an example of monthly salaries for virtual accountants. For an entry-level accountant in Philippines or in India, expect to pay $800 to $1,500 a month. For mid-level in South Africa or Latin America, expect to pay $1,500 to $3,000 a month. For a fractional CFO where you get to tap into the global talent pool, expect to pay $3,500 to $7,000 a month. The most important thing to remember is that fixed salaries encourage commitment and full-time focus. Now let's talk about handling performance and termination. Clear expectations lead to fewer issues. Use a 3-strike system for performance improvement. And if termination is necessary, follow clear guidelines for a smooth offboarding process. That means offering a transition period or severance for goodwill. Also, have a replacement plan. ClearSource Small Teams can assist. Here's an annual cost breakdown for a US-based accountant. $70,000 to $90,000. That includes salary, benefits, and taxes. For an international accountant, expect to pay $15,000 to $35,000. Those are competitive wages, and you have the option to include perks. That's a total savings of 50 to 70% per year. Need expert help finding the right accounting talent? Click the link in the description to book a free consultation with ClearSource Small Teams today.